Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and today we are outside Ljubljana, Slovenia, taking a look at a customized AR that belongs to Žiga at Polinar Tactical. Now, he has this rifle, and it's first off a rifle he decided to get that he then decided to modify. And I'm not really sure I agree with either the original concept here or the modifications that went into it. So I figured we'd go over this, and I'll give, I guess, a bit of a critique of the system. So of course it starts off as an AR-15 based rifle. It's using a KP-15 lower, which is a monolithic polymer lower, where the stock, the grip, the buffer tube, the mag well, the receiver are all one integrated piece. So this seems like I think a pretty solid concept. Of course, you can't really customize anything to it. So if you don't like the pistol grip, you can't use that. It does have this really, let's be honest, it's like a gamer mag flare here, which, I mean, frankly, what does that tell you? I think that tells you this is intended solely for gaming, has minimal application to any sort of real world scenario because professionals do not have flared mag wells. Like that's just obvious. If we start at the back of the rifle, the stock has actually been cut down. So one of the things that I do like about the KP-15 is that it was made to the A1 length, which really is, I think, pretty objectively the best stock length overall. It's universally applicable. It works with or without gear. And yet Žiga had to go and cut it down. Despite the fact that he's a tall guy, he cuts the stock down to the point that I guess it's just kind of deliberately too short in all applications at this point. Put a butt pad on it, but because he cut it down, he had to, like, I don't know, sandpaper the rubber butt plate, and it looks kind of gnarly there. The sling slot has been dry, you know, it's now about half of its original width, so it's that much harder to get slings in there. It makes the gun a bit shorter, but it makes it way more ungainly. One of the big things here is you can see that this was made without a forward assist, which means if the bolt hangs up, there's just nothing you can do about it. You are literally screwed. The one nice thing is they at least put WWSD so you know who to blame when the gun malfunctions and you can't fix it. You can look at that. It's bang, bang, failure to go forward. You try to use this little indent to push the bolt forward. It doesn't work, and you go, what would Stoner do? It's that thing's fault that this doesn't work. This is also one of the versions of the gun, one of the iterations of the gun that came with a hard-chromed bolt carrier. That's a young manufacturing bolt carrier. Like, we have modern technology now. We have nitriding. I think the chrome lining there is like, all I can think of is callback to the 40s or something, like, hey, we've got chrome bumpers on our fancy cars, maybe the 50s. So we'll put them on our rifles too, and then never update to new technology. The handguard on this was originally, well, the barrel was originally a proper 16 inches long with a full-length handguard, lots of M-LOK for all the accessories. Again, like the buttstock being cut down, the barrel's been cut down because I guess too much velocity is a bad thing. Need to reduce the velocity, cut the barrel down, put on a particularly blingy flash hider. Like, it had a perfectly serviceable, really nice economical bird cage that did everything you would actually want, and it's been replaced by this thing that's like ribbed for someone's pleasure, I guess. And along with it, an adjustable gas block, which, as we know, is the pinnacle of reliability. You put on adjustable gas blocks when you want to ensure that the gun never actually has the proper gas setting. And if by some miracle it does get the proper gas setting, you forget where it was, and then you go to adjust it, and it inevitably becomes the wrong gas setting again. Once you leave it in the wrong gas setting for too long, it carbon locks in place, and then it's stuck. This is why the FAL is known to be one of the most reliable of rifles, is because it has a ton of adjustable gas port positions. Again, I guess to ensure that you always have the wrong one engaged. Same thing here. This had a perfectly user-proof fixed gas block, and that's been replaced by an adjustable one. I cut the handguard down with, I think, the same hacksaw he used to cut the barrel down. Did re-glue the front cap fairly well. That's a good thing. And then weirdly, like, all that M-LOK, and you've got space for a proper vertical grip, and he instead puts on like this Lilliputian, the most worthless, useless vertical grip ever in history. I believe that's a slate black mini grip. So I guess you're supposed to hold it like something like that. I don't know. It doesn't seem very practical to me. But I don't know. Sometimes I just don't understand what Žiga's doing. And then, of course, the little optic on a stalk there. This is Holosun, naturally Chinese-made garbage. But I bet he gets big sponsorship dollars for talking about Holosun. So that's pretty much it, except for the oversized charging handle, specifically designed ambidextrous, so it will catch on your gear on both sides. No matter which side you've got the rifle slung on, it'll hook on something. To be totally honest, I don't know why anyone would have bought one of these things, but I mean, he's maybe not the brightest guy and put a lot of money and effort into this. So hopefully he's not going to see this video. I'd feel bad if he knew what I really think of this. So don't tell him about it. Hopefully you guys, well, hopefully you don't ever make a mistake like this. Thanks for watching.